So here we are in South Africa, coffee with Rob and Moshe. Together we have our coffees here in South Africa in some suburb of Johannesburg. Where are we now?
We are in Parktown North.
How's that?
Parktown North.
Parktown North, yeah. South Africans have an interesting accent. We have to translate for them. I met a guy years ago and I asked him what was his name. He goes, Grant. Like, what? Grant. I said, how do you spell that? G-R-A-N-T. Grant. Just say Grant. That's your name. In any event, so Rob, so I was saying, like in America or confrontations that I've been in, it might start with a little disagreement, an argument. I paid for my coffee. No, you didn't. And then I'm going to stand up, and then I'm going to take off the glove, so to speak. But you were saying before that in South Africa, often it doesn't have that build-up. It goes like from 0 to 100 miles an hour much faster than gradually.
Yeah, you can quite often see that in some confrontations I've seen on sort of building sites and so on, and you'll have two people that look like they're having a relatively innocent conversation, and the next thing is one of them grabs a spade and hits the other one.
Spade.
Well, that happened to be closest to one necessary weapon of choice, but it was.
You described once a case where one worker hit a co-worker who he'd known for some time with a brick.
Yeah, I mean, we had two guys, and they were the best of friends. They went everywhere together, and they got into an argument, and it escalated to the point that the one had a brick and the other one had a knife. Thankfully, they didn't actually get together with one another, but they were separated. But yeah,
They were separated.
But when we looked at the CCTV footage afterwards, it accelerated. And it didn't look like it had been simmering tension over a period of time. It was an instantaneous confrontation over something. The one had probably borrowed money from the other. We never really got to the bottom, but I would suspect that's what it was. And they went to guns, so to speak, without any dialogue.
Without any warning.
Yeah.
Without any warning. That's interesting. I mean, that brings us the aspect of trying as much as possible, if you're a visitor, to understand the culture, speak to the locals and find out how these things might come about, what might trigger something.
Well, I mean, generally it's going to be, you know, for most foreigners, they've gone into an area they probably shouldn't be in. They're unaware. They're holding their possessions out very visibly. Now somebody wants to come and take them from them, and they don't want to. But it escalates, you know. It escalates incredibly quickly because they're not interested in having a discussion with you. They're not really asking you for your stuff in a nice neighborly kind of way. They're saying, "Give me your stuff."
Right now.
And if you don't give them, they're going to take it from you.
Yeah.
So the mistake really would have been made in not getting some local knowledge in terms of where to go and keep your possessions out of sight.
So that's interesting. Just to sum up, because based on what you said also earlier, is the confrontation and the problem didn't begin now. The confrontation and the problem began that you didn't know not to be a certain place at a certain time. And now, as a last resort, you're into your martial arts physical techniques, whereas really the better defense would have been to know this is not the place, the time and the place for you to be.
Yeah, and also to understand the environment that you're in. So, we'll see a lot of people standing outside a hotel or Airbnb and what have you, and staring at their phone waiting for their Uber to arrive. But that's an advert. And for somebody that happens to be, and there are a lot of opportunist criminals around, who now sees you standing there holding your phone out on offer. And then the next thing is a car pulls up to you, two guys jump out and
take it.
And while they're at it, they pat you down and see if they can take something else. Your wallet, your luggage,
sure,
whatever.
Your hand luggage or laptop, yeah. Well, thank you for joining us.